Welcome. I'm joined here by Toby Gilbert. He's the CEO and co-founder of Coinweb.io. Toby, it's a pleasure to have you with us. How are you?
Very well. Thank you for having me here.
It's an absolute pleasure, and it's great timing to hear pre-recording the week before our FinTech and our Future of Crypto events in New York City next week. Excited to get a sneak peek of Coinweb and talk with you a little bit about what you guys do ahead of that. So let's dive right in. Can you give us a quick overview of Coinweb and what you guys do?
Sure. At our core, we're a layer 2 cross-computation platform. So effectively, we're a platform that sits above existing layer 1 blockchains. We connect them together and we enable projects, companies, developers to build on top of us and take advantage of the functionality of multiple chains that we connect to. But with that in mind, we also build product to make that easy to connect and use that blockchain technology. And so we have built a cross-chain tokenization platform so you can design, set up, issue tokens, either broadcast those tokens down to a block of an underlying chain or wrap an underlying L1 token. And then we have wallets that you can white label. 70% of them remain fixed. So you can white label the 30% and choose certain functionality within a framework. And then the tokens that you've issued, you can store within the wallet. And we have 7 digital asset licenses all around the world. So then the wallets are covered by the licenses in the specific jurisdictions where we hold them. And then we have fiat rails, including SEPA, faster payments, credit card processing, and they can also be fully integrated into the wallets with KYC and AML protocols and procedures. In addition to which, we've also built a simple marketplace. So then you can list the token that you've issued, that you store in the wallet, that you can buy and sell in the wallet, and list it for public sale on the marketplace. I suppose the really, really clever part to all of it is that we have a routing system that all of these different products are subject to. So effectively, we're monitoring the underlying KPIs of the blockchains that we sit on top of. And it's monitoring the likes of gas fees, network speeds, if there's an outage. And then the transactions that are being broadcast to the underlying chains, if you're in broadcasting information or a token, you can then move those transactions between different chains should the chain breach one of those KPIs. And what that delivers is continuity of service to the end user, which is really, really difficult and tough to get today in the blockchain space. And all of this product is built on top of the Coinweb protocol. So we effectively control upstream to downstream, which makes it very easy for us to customize projects and product for the customers that we work with.
Okay, really, really interesting. Now, let's talk a little bit about this from the customer side or the client side for who would be working with Coinweb, right? What do you guys offer to your client base? How can you get involved with Coinweb as a new investor or a new client? What exactly does that relationship look like?
Sure. So any project that or company enterprise that's looking to enter the blockchain space, usually that looks like some sort of token issuance with an end user using wallets. And that could be a payment token, it could be a loyalty token, and the like, NFTs, for example. And we would help the customers design and set up and issue those tokens. And then we would help them design their e-wallet for the function for their end user, and for that token then to be deposited in that e-wallet, and then the rollout of the connection of that e-wallet to the back-end system of that customer too. So really a full end-to-end service. That's being operated by Coinweb Labs. So it's effectively an incubation service that we offer. And this is all whilst we're in a permission state, because towards the end of next year, we will launch on mainnet, at which point in time we'll issue a public SDK and API so that developers can come and build directly on top of us when we're no longer in a permission state without our help.
Terrific. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about future growth plans for Coinweb, right? What does the future look like, as you believe, for the crypto and the blockchain and the fintech industry as a whole? But then how specifically is Coinweb going to grow in parallel with that over the next few years? Can you paint a picture of that growth industry ahead?
Sure. I mean, the general concept and idea of one chain to rule them all, or an Ethereum killer chain coming along, there's going to be a dominant chain in the marketplace. These kind of ideas are falling by the wayside. So what we're seeing a real push towards today are platforms, what we refer to as layer 2 platforms, so platforms that sit above existing layer 1 blockchains and connect them together so that you can take advantage of the functionality of multiple blockchains. And just importantly, you can future-proof any technology built on top of these chains. As a new chain comes along, a layer 2 project will also be able to connect to that so that your project can take advantage of that new functionality as it's introduced into the marketplace. So we're great proponents of layer 2 technology. We think it's going to be the way forward for blockchain, and combined with usable product. So it actually really, blockchain becomes the underlying engine for fintech and other products. And it makes it more useful at the end of the day. And to be able to achieve that, you need useful product. And that's what we're seeing a massive push for today, and what we at Coinweb have a very, very core focus on.
Terrific. Okay, and of course, it wouldn't be complete without asking a little bit about some of the recent events inside of this market, right? The FTX meltdown recently, all of the news headlines around other brokers and other people in the space seemingly going defunct. Let's talk a little bit about that. What's your perspective on what's happened in this industry inside the last few months, and how do we get ourselves out of this? What's the future of the crypto industry moving forward?
Well, the crypto industry has been, in large part, or the blockchain industry, I should really refer to it, has been turbocharged by the token economy. And in the first instance, this has really been driven by speculators buying tokens with a view to those tokens increasing in value. And a vast amount of money, in the first instance, retail money, and then we saw institutional money enter the space. But at one point, there was a market cap within the space of $3 trillion. And it was, in the most part, entirely unregulated. So within that, you're going to get people looking to take advantage of these vast amounts of capital in an unregulated environment. And a lot of the problems that we've seen today, and I believe this is not the end of it by any stretch of the imagination, are individuals thinking that they can get away with taking advantage of these vast pools of capital that have been poured into the space, and they're frankly speaking, they're getting caught out. So what we're seeing at the moment is a process of cleaning out all of these bad actors and I would say hyped up, overinflated projects. And we're seeing some real quality beginning to enter the space. And that will become more efficient over time as regulation is introduced, as long as the regulation takes a balanced approach and view and doesn't become too overbearing and ends up stifling the space.
Makes a lot of sense. Toby Gilbert, CEO and co-founder of Coinweb.io. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you here. Really excited to get this content in front of all of our investors and attendees at the Future of Crypto event next week. Thank you for talking with us. We look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Thank you very much for having me.